I want to share a quick story that illustrates why your actual value of job experience matters a lot less than you think. So I was talking to this one person and they have 10 years of experience in their particular field, but that experience is in a different continent. And they were coming over to Europe and essentially they wanted to get a job in Europe. In a lot of interviews, the employers would tell them that the experience is not relevant because it's in a different continent, so essentially they have no experience. And this new person was telling me, I can't get a job because I don't have enough experience. And because he had had this happen quite a lot of times, he had told himself that, hey, I'm not getting this job because I don't have experience. The reason that I want to talk about this is if you look at the person, right? If you look at their resume, they have 10 years of experience in their field. Now, how can someone say that they don't have enough experience? Because the way he had presented himself, the way he had talked about his value, the way he had communicated his achievements and all that, it made the hiring managers think that, well, he's probably not that good, and I guess it's because he works in a different country, so he doesn't have that much experience. Now, the point I'm trying to make is that this might happen in some form or another. This might happen to a lot of people. They have enough skills, enough experience, but for some reason, the interviewers, they don't think they have enough experience, or they don't have relevant experience, and they tell them that, hey, you don't have enough experience. And this is the point of kind of like what I'm trying to make. True value versus perceived value. Like your true value is actually how good you are in your particular job. If the company would hire you, how good you would be doing that particular role. While the perceived value is how good hiring managers think you are when you do this job. And most people, they think that the actual value matters in the interviews. But what really matters is the perceived value, because it's how they perceive you, how good they perceive you to be. That matters because they're never going to know how good you actually are until you start working for them. And the point I'm trying to make is that it's not the fault of your experience. It's the fault of how you present that experience. Because the way he was presenting that experience, he was talking in a very junior way. He was doing all the mistakes that I've been covering in my previous videos. And of course, he did not seem like he has relevant experience. So if you're a hiring manager and you're interviewing this person and they don't, they're not really giving you the right answers, they sound very junior, the conclusion you're going to make in your head is that, well, this person has 10 years of experience, but it doesn't seem like they have it, so I guess it's not relevant because they're from a different country. It works in many different scenarios, but the point I'm trying to make is that what matters is your perceived experience, how you sell that experience, how you present that experience, not your actual experience. Because you can have 2 years of experience and present it really well, right? You can actually have zero years of experience. Maybe if you've done a PhD, you have zero work experience, but you've done a PhD. You can present it as, hey, I can do this job much better than people with 3 or 4 years experience because I've been literally in the lab for the last 4 or 5 years. I'm not sure how long the PhDs go, but I've been in the lab doing this cool experiment and I'm cutting edge technology, and I have much more knowledge and domain expertise in this particular area than most people that are in job market. So I actually have more experience than they can do, right? Like I have more skills, more potential to do this job well than all the other people. It's how you sell that, right? So remember this, it's not your true kind of like real experience because no one really knows that. It's how you present that experience that matters.